Myrto Corbin from Texas, born with an extra pelvis and an extra pair of underdeveloped legs, has been performing in the circus since she was 13 years old. She was always hugely popular and made excellent money. However, at the age of 18, she left the circus, married, gave birth to 4 daughters and a son. In short, led a very ordinary life despite the extra pair of limbs. Fannie Mills from Ohio suffered from lymphedema, stagnation of lymph in the tissues, leading to severe swelling of the lower extremities. Treat this disease in the 19th century did not know how to treat, and Fannie, who was very difficult to walk, had to earn a living in freak show. Felix Wuerl was very popular in Barnum and Bailey circus shows, demonstrating his ability to impressively pull back the skin on any part of the body. This telltale was related to a rare condition that Felix suffered from. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is characterized by abnormalities in the skin's production of collagen, making it extremely mobile. Due to joints that were reversed from birth, Robert Huddleston was unable to move or even stand on 2 legs, and walked exclusively on 4 limbs. In his youth, he earned his living by working as a real horse. Loggers harnessed him to a wagon, and he dragged a wagon loaded with logs from the forest to the village, 25 kilometers away. From this work, Robert's shoulders and arms gained extraordinary strength, and yet one should not be surprised that at the first opportunity, he happily ran away from her in the first hit circus Freaks. Siamese twins Chang and Eng were born in 1811 in Thailand. A few years later, a trader brought them to America and sold them to freak show owners. They were extremely popular and in a few years managed to save enough money to retire and buy an estate in North Carolina. In addition, the brothers married, leaving behind 21 perfectly normal children for the 2 of them. Ella Harper had the amazing ability to turn her knee joints backwards at will. With this number, Camel Girl for several years performed in the circus, earning $200 a week, crazy money for the late 19th century. However, after a few years, Ella decided to settle down. She left the circus, graduated from high school and got married. Stefan Bibrowski, who suffered from hypertrichosis, excessive hair growth, was spotted by a freak show owner in Europe and bought out from his parents when he was 4 years old. Since then, he has traveled the world performing in different shows and earning quite a bit of money. Stefan was a very intelligent and educated man. He spoke 5 languages. According to rumors, he adored his appearance, stating that he owed it everything he saw and achieved in life. At the age of 12, Isaac Sprague suddenly stopped growing weight. 19th century doctors were unable to find a cause for his condition, which Sprague turned into a source of income, performing in freak circuses as a living skeleton. Sprague died at the age of 46 and weighed 19 pounds at the time. Eli Bowen was a victim of phocomelia, a genetic underdevelopment of the lower limbs from which he had only feet, developed in the manner of flippers. At the same time, Bowen was an excellent acrobat, characterized by incredible physical strength, and was adored by the public, who came to the circus to see his numbers. He earned excellent money, was married, and raised 4 perfectly healthy children. Eli Bowen died at the age of 80. Another freak show star of the 19th century, the Dutchman Mirin Dio, for historians a mystery. He performed under the pseudonym Invulnerable, piercing himself with a sword, swallowing glass and blades, and even shot himself twice in the head in front of the audience, without any harm. Specialists believe that Dio did not suffer from any defect and did not have superpowers, but was simply an extremely dexterous illusionist. Because of, to put it mildly, non-standard appearance twins Willie and George Muse, born in the late 19th century in Virginia, as children were kidnapped by headhunters and sold to a traveling circus freaks. A few years later, however, their mother managed to find them and took them home. But the boys liked the circus life much better, and soon they again, already quite voluntarily, went to the circus, where they became known as the Men from Mars. They performed for many years and retired as wealthy and contented men. One of the brothers died in 1971 at the age of 78, and the other lived to a Methuselah-like 108, having had time to see the 21st century and experience the age of tolerance. Betty Lou Williams was born in 1932. She was a rare medical case. The legs and pelvis of her underdeveloped twin sister, whose underdeveloped head inhabited the girl's body, grew out of her body. In freak shows, Betty made a crazy $1,000 a week. With that money, she bought her parents a huge farm and sent all her siblings to college. Betty Williams died at the age of 23, suffocated during an asthma attack. Edward Beaupre was not only the possessor of an incredibly tall stature, almost 2.5 meters, but also an extraordinary strongman. He was an indispensable participant of wrestling tricks, lifted a live horse on his shoulders, and demonstrated other, no less impressive tricks. Alas, his circus career did not last long. Edward Beaupre died at the age of 23 years from pulmonary hemorrhage. A freak show star of the 1920s, Susie suffered from ichthyosis, a disorder of skin keratinization. Her skin was scaly, grey and cracked, closely resembling elephant skin. With such a characteristic, she had no choice but to join the freak circus. Susie had a great career and made excellent money, but according to eyewitnesses, suffered a lot from her work, as she was shy and did not like to show off. One of the last stars of circus freaks, Grady Stiles suffered from extradactyly, a cleft hand. His father had the same condition and had been performing in freak shows all his life, and naturally put his son into the business as well. Grady Stiles Jr., among other things, could not walk, but his hands were extremely strong. His character was just disgusting. He drank a lot and beat first his first and then his second wife. In the end, tired of scandals and beatings, the second wife Stiles hired an assassin who shot the Cancer Man,